Hello and welcome to this episode of Conley's Creepy Corners. Today, we will be discussing the disappearance of Timothy Pitzen. The story begins on October 18th, 2004. James Pitzen and Amy Joan Marie Fry Pitzen were not supposed to be able to have kids, you see. James Pitzen was told by a doctor that he's as close to sterile as it gets. However, fast forward some time, and voila, a miracle child emerges. His name was Timothy Pitzen. Now, I assume you can imagine how happy James Pitzen really was in this moment. You know, he'd never imagined this. He wanted kids, couldn't have them. Sad. Just under 7 years later, Timothy, Amy, and James wake up slightly early, so then they can go about their business. First, James drops off Timothy, then Amy, and then himself, all in a close proximity. However, 2.5 hours later, James goes to pick up Timothy from school, but he's gone. He's not there. So, turns out, Amy, his mother, picked him up from school and said that there was a family emergency. However, according to her sister Cara, there was no family emergency. So, day to day, for a total of 4 days, they drove around from state to state, staying at cheap motels. They did things like going to water parks, going to zoos, buying clothes, toys, whatever. However, on the 4th day, room service opened their door to clean their room, went into their motel room. But however, the door was latched. But from what she could see, with the door open, because there was a chain on it, she could see blood everywhere. So she steps back, calls 911, and the police arrive. What we think happened is that she tried to cut her forearm while laying in the bathtub. Got frustrated or angry by how slow the process was, stood up, walked over to the mirror, and slit her throat with a box cutter. No sight of Timothy. Nothing but one shirt they got at a zoo. However, they did find a suicide letter, that said he was well taken care of, but will not be found. Timothy has never been found.